Well, hey there, little guy. Go back in my pants. Welcome back to Earthworm Jim 2. This is some type of artist. How's it going, guys? Oh man, this level. It's a penguin in a cape. He's a superhero penguin. This is one of my favorite levels. I don't know. The music, I just feel, is so silly for what we're doing, which is already pretty silly. We have to save cows that grow from flowers from UFOs, both real UFOs and ones that are shaped like udders and squirt milk at you. And I don't know what's in the background there, but it's beautiful. You don't want to go in there. Let's just show it. Yeah, this level actually has a lot of traps in it that get a little difficult, but whatever. Since we're not playing on hard mode anymore, you can see what a god gamer I am. I'll do hard mode someday. I don't know. I don't know how much I do with like this Let's Play thing. I'm very much on the defense of like, you know, wanting to just make a Let's Play when I feel like it. But oh, let me save that cow first, because sometimes UFO. Yeah, there he is. A UFO will come by to try to steal the cow. But there were some hidden goodies over there that I missed out on, and I want to go see what they are. This level actually kind of takes a while, because it takes, like, you know... Jim does need to, walk pretty slow when he's carrying a cow. Which is to be expected, because... You know, it's a cow. It's heavy, man. There's a bunch of ammo over here for whatever you want, whatever gun you're currently carrying, but I guess I picked up homing ammo, which is perfectly fine because the gun I just had, that it's super powerful, but you do have to aim it, but I'd rather just use my homing ammo. But I guess I picked up the 3-finger gun as well. You know, the one thing I don't really miss from the Genesis version, and I don't know if you could do it and I was just bad, or you just couldn't because it didn't have like as many buttons as the Super Nintendo. You couldn't cycle between your weapons. So like, if you picked up the Barn Blaster, you'd have to just, you know, waste the Barn Blaster if you wanted to use something else. And, you know, the Barn Blaster's cool and all, because it can, like, you know, destroy whatever's on the screen, basically, but it does take a second or two to fire, and then Jim does have like a second or two cooldown, and I don't know, I kind of feel like you leave yourself open. Oh, a bathtub. Oh, I wonder what that's for. Not really. Oh, the cow's on fire, though! We gotta put him out. We've gotta dunk the cow! I love this game, man. I love this game so much. I always kind of forget I have it for Super Nintendo, too, because, like, I don't know, I never had a Super Nintendo growing up. My friend next door did. I think I told this story in the GU Let's Play, but if I didn't, or... I mean, let's be honest, I don't know how many people are going to check out the GU Let's Play, but... If you're coming here for the first time, when I was a kid, I didn't really have a Super Nintendo growing up, but my best friend next door did. So, like, I have a decent amount of experience playing the Super Nintendo. We did play the Super Nintendo a lot. He didn't have many games for it, though. It was like, he had all the Donkey Kong Country games. He had A Link to the Past. And he had a few other ones, including that game, Pitfall, that I was just talking about in the last episode. I think I mentioned, you know, I played that a lot as a kid, and that's where I played it from. And that's kind of part of the reason why I picked it up, because... You know, even though it wasn't something we played like a hell of a lot, it was still something I have, like, you know, enough memories of to kind of want to pick up my own copy and go back to. But, what was I talking about with the Super Nintendo? God, I don't even remember. Oh no, he's on fire again! So, what? Jeez, it's bothering me now. Super Nintendo. Friend next door had it. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Let's go dunk the cow! God, I love dunking the cow. I wouldn't be surprised if that's some kind of lewd reference that I'm not even aware of. Which is weird for me to, like, not be aware of some lewd reference, because I make them pretty frequently in real life. I don't know, it depends on the company I'm with. If someone will, like, is into that kind of, you know, joke, I will, but if they're not, then I'll probably never do it. The same, like, goes for, like, me and swearing, and, like, I don't know, I'm kind of at a point where I feel like overly swearing is, like, I don't know, it's trying a little too hard to be edgy, but I do end up swearing, I guess, a fair amount, but oh yeah, some cows won't pop up until you've, you know, helped other cows. But, yeah, like, some people just aren't into swearing at all, so, like, it's like, the other day at work, someone I work with, I guess I don't really swear in front of her that much, or at all, so, you know, I hurt myself, and I, like, said, like, shit, and she's like, oh my god, I've never heard you say that before! And to me, it's, like, super weird, because it's, like, I feel like most people that know me would say, Gabe has never said shit before. What are you talking about? But, I don't know. I guess it just depends. Oh no! We only have 15 seconds to dunk the cow! Where's the... Oh, hello. Yeah, if you leave the cow alone too long, the UFOs will start picking it up. But... whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I used to be, like, a much bigger form of, like, bigger fan of swearing, but, like, I don't know. After so many, like, angry reviewers and stuff like that on the internet, just, like, really overemphasizing, like, fuck and shit and all that, I don't know. It just kind of seems like, I don't know. It's not quite as funny as I used to think it was, and it kind of seems a bit overkill, to be perfectly honest. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard, though, because I grew up in a house that, like, swore all the time, so it's just very natural for me, so it's, I don't know, I've been trying to watch my language a little bit more, and I know I haven't really been perfect in this Let's Play either, but I don't think I've said anything really too bad. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think it's funny. Like, I usually think it's funny, like, in a show like South Park, but, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like, another situation when it's, like, not funny, without, like, I don't know, there's, like, plenty of YouTubers I can think of. I don't want to, like, call anyone out or anything, though, but I'm sure we're all aware of a certain, you know what? You could probably guess who I'm talking about, so just leave it at that. Oh, man. You know what else I think is cool in this game? Jim's, like, little icon in the corner, like, blinks, and he, like, makes a funny face when you get hurt and stuff like that. That's always fun. Yeah, surprisingly enough, I never really played Earthworm Jim 1 all that much. It's kind of a weird relationship I have with the game. I remember playing it on PC, of all things, first at a friend's house when I was young. And I think that's maybe where I got into Earthworm Jim, but I don't know. I may have gotten into the cartoon show, and then I got the game afterwards once my parents saw how much I liked it. But, thanks, cows, by the way. Inflated head. So this is the level that Evil the Cat is in, that I was mentioning in the last episode. Basically, you blow up your head and you have to rise up. And you can inflate your head and deflate your head to, like, either lower yourself or slow your ascent or descent or whatever. But there's actually some goodies down here, because, like that... what was it called? The Villi people? I don't know. I hear so many different names for that level, but the one where Jim was a blind cave salamander and there was a game show at the end. You have, like, little tokens you collect as you go up. And that's Evil the Cat up there. Now, can we get him to show up? Yeah, he'll try to knock you down. Anyway, I was telling some kind of story and I forgot about it again. I always hate when this happens, man. I feel like I have, like, so much I want to say, and I never really... Like, I get distracted too much is what my problem is. Oh yeah, so Earthworm Jim, the first game. So yeah, I never got Earthworm Jim for Sega, and I honestly didn't even know anyone else that had it for Sega or Super Nintendo for that matter, because when I was a kid, I guess I was only really hanging out with the one kid next door for the most part. I'd go to like another friend's house from like school or like a club or something, every once in a while, but the only one I like saw on a regular basis was from next door. Maybe if I was like lucky, one of my cousins that I would see around Christmas or so would have a game, but yeah, Earthworm Jim, I never got it for that. I did get it for Game Boy though, and I mean, other than I kind of remember it was pretty much like Earthworm Jim 1 for Sega, except it was just, the Game Boy limitation you would expect from it. And I remember I would always get stuck on the second level. I don't know, there's this snowman mini-boss that I just could not figure out how to beat at all. Because every time you would, shoot it, it'd just disappear. And I think you had to use your whip to actually damage it, and I don't think I was really familiar with using the whip really at that point in time. Because I think this was after I got Earthworm Jim 2, because I was using the gun most of the time when I was a kid in Earthworm Jim 2. I would never really whip at all. And, the whip, I guess, kind of plays more of an important role in the first game, because there's more, like, places you can swing from. There's different types of moves that use your head a little bit more, like, there's this one bungee jumping stage where I think you just use your... Well, no, you don't use your head, you actually use snot, I think, in that one to bungee jump. It's some kind of gross mucus. That's the one where, with major mucus I was talking about in the last episode. But, what else was I saying? And we're done. Yeah, I don't know, this level is kind of like just there. There's this, like, test your strength game at the end here. And you can actually, it's like, the better you do at it, or I guess not the better you do, but like the more prizes you get in a row. Oops, I didn't mean to jump on there. The better the future ones will be. So like, if you can get your timing right, you might be able to get like a chip buddy from this. Ah, damn it. Yeah, you gotta do your jump like all the way. You gotta kind of figure out the timing of these things. Can we get something a little better? But yeah, I kind of want to pick up Earthworm Jim 1 at some point, because like, I really do like the second one, but there are some things about the first one that I just not a huge fan of. Like, it's a lot grittier and grosser than the second one. The second one is definitely a lot more lighthearted. But like, I don't know. Like, the first level has like a boss that just basically like belches and throws up garbage at you, and it's like, eh. Another thing about the first game, you have to actually race Psychro to the next level after every level, and that gets kind of tedious. It's a fun to do, but I wouldn't want to like do it after every single level, you know? And if you lose against him in the race, you have to do a boss fight against him. So that's not too fun. I don't know, I also hear it gets, like, really hard. Like, as much as I got stuck at the second level on the Game Boy game when I was a kid, I do remember one day, I was out with my mom, and we were doing errands, like, all day after school one day. And I brought my Game Boy with me, and I remember just, like, being in the car, and we had to stop off at church for some reason. And like, I made it all the way to, like, the last level. I remember it was that level where you have to use Jim as, like, his head as, like, a helicopter to float all the way down. I don't know if that's the last level or not. It's one of the last levels, but, so I don't know if I, like, beat it when I was a kid or just got there, but, like, I did play through a big chunk of the game, I'm guessing, unless they, like, reverse the orders or something. Sorry, I want to go up there, but I don't want to carry this mouse cage with me. So this is the paperwork world, where there's a bunch of office workers in executioner masks, and they're shirtless, and they leave their suspenders on, and it's just, I don't know. I love it. I love this game. I love Earthworm Jim. Really wish he'd make some kind of a comeback. Oh, it's Chip Buddy! Nice. So that mouse cage powers this machine that's doing God knows what to Jim, and it'll take him to a different part of the level. And it also has the same awesome music from Lorenzen Soil, so that's cool too. And I like how, like, the background is all this paper, and then you see, like, this sheet of paperwork coming down, like it's, like, some kind of montage from a... from a cartoon. But, so, anyway, these filing cabinets are awful. They can kill you in one hit if they get you up against the wall. So, you may have noticed, you kick up paper when you run this level, so you've gotta, like... run and then jump when the filing cabinet opens up to get the paper. It's a little awkward, and there's another part in the level that I always like die at. I'd say, you know, run towards the thing and then jump, but sometimes it doesn't work right away. I don't know. You've got to like get like a certain amount of paper up, and I think this is where I usually get crushed at. I think we're safe. I like how they just dive back into the paperwork like they're... I don't even know what they're like. I don't want that. It's not worth it if I get stuck on there against the dude again. But, yeah, Earthworm Jim 1, that's a game I really want to check out again at some point. But I'm not like in a huge hurry for it either, because I kind of have a feeling... You know, Earthworm Jim 2, I'd be more than satisfied if that's the only Earthworm Jim game I played. Oh, shoot! This might be where I'm at. Oh, thank God. And it's actually not the only game I played. I also have played Earthworm Jim 3D. That was the third game for the N64, and critics say that did not go over well at all. I can kind of believe that. I thought the game was okay when I rented it as a kid, but I never really loved it enough to want to, like, go and do more with it, or try to get my own copy or anything like that. But, you know, I don't know. I thought it was okay. There was this thing me and my friend next door were, like, in love with, where, like, every time Jim got hurt, he'd say, "Pain!" So then, like, every time me and him got hurt doing something, like playing outside or whatever, we'd be like, "Pain!" And we just thought it was really funny. I don't know, it might be super annoying now as an adult, but whatever. But, I don't know, I wouldn't mind checking it out again, just to kind of, like, update my opinion. Are we getting, like, major slowdown, or am I not getting enough friction when I'm running? No, I think I'm just not running well enough. Oh my God, I'm getting so lost in this level. Yeah, this level's... I don't know. I like this level too, but... It's weird hearing, like, old music in it again, because usually every level has, like, its own unique track to it, so... whenever it happens in a game where they, like, kind of reuse music, and it's just, like, the one case where they do, it always kind of feels like... I don't know, a tiny bit lazy, but whatever. It doesn't matter. There's a really odd boss at the end of this level, and I hesitate to even call it a boss, because it's really like a... I don't know... puzzle? I guess, like a living puzzle. But... man, I just want the Jim symbol, man! Whatever. Yeah, Earthworm Jim 2 doesn't really have that many bosses in it, which is, I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about it. I don't even know if Earthworm Jim 1 has that many bosses in it. I'm trying to think, because, like, the first level is, like, the junkyard, and you fight that gross belching dude. And then... Level 2 is Planet Heck, and you do fight Evil the Cat in that properly, not like how it's handled in this game. I think there's another similar Bob the Goldfish situation in the third level. Oh God, the third level in Earthworm Jim 1. So if I didn't have enough trouble with, really? If I didn't have enough trouble with, like, the second level in, man, what do you have to do here? Just go over him! Yeah, this last one gets a little finicky sometimes. Oh, and I did it too. Yeah, if I got past the second level on Earthworm Jim 1 for Game Boy, I usually got pretty stuck on the Bob the Goldfish level in the second one, or in the next level, because he has this really... I like it, but it's really hard, this underwater navigating sequence, where you have to be in this, like, really awkward, like, undersea exploration vessel, and you have to, like, navigate these tight caverns, and the glass breaks a little bit every time you get hurt, so you gotta, like, kind of be careful. Anyway, so this is a... God, I don't even know what to explain it. So there's this, like, shiver here with a foot hanging out. I don't know if, like, a person's in there or it's, like, a plastic foot or what. And you chase this door, and it jumps back up here, and if you take too long, there's this annoying frickin' filing cabinet. But you trip them, and you leave. I don't know. It's such a random way to end the level, and it doesn't even feel like much of a challenge, I guess, if you don't know what to do with it. But anyway, so puppy love again, huh? You know, I'm gonna save this one for the next episode, because I think we only have 2 more levels after this, and I think that would be a good good way to end the series. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.